What's going on, guys? Welcome back to some more Avatar standard content here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at Jeskai, but not the Jeskai deck that you probably are used to. You're thinking Jeskai control with helixes and no more lies and all that kind of stuff. Well, we're going to be taking things a little bit more aggressive today. Now, big thing over the past week or so has been the increase in popularity of the green Ouroboros Badgermole Cub decks, and I think that has sort of been the talk of the town over the past week or so. And I've been playing a bunch of different versions of the Ouroboros decks. They're extremely powerful, they're very explosive, but the one weakness they do have is they are all very, very weak to this card, Clarion Conqueror. 3/3 flyer for 3, activated abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers can't be activated. And that includes mana abilities. So basically what happens is their deck is very good at putting a whole bunch of mana dorks into play. Llanowar Elves, Gene Pollinator, Leyline Weaver, Badgermole Cub lands, and when you have a Clarion in play, none of those cards work. They don't do anything. They attack for 1 or 2, and that's kind of the concept, right? Where if the green decks are going to be as prevalent as they are, and as much of a force in the metagame as they are, which, by the way, by the time this goes out, I'll be in Atlanta and I'll be playing the green decks, hopefully doing well with them. But if the green decks are going to be as much of a presence in the metagame, then a card like Clarion Conqueror does make a lot of sense. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can go about building Clarion decks. There's Boros Dragons, which I did upload a video with not too long ago, if you want to go check that one out. And then there's this sort of Momo shell. And basically the concept is you go turn 1 Momo, turn 2 you can play Clarion, because Momo discounts the Clarion. So that is a very powerful angle where it's like, you normally as a blue-white or a Jeskai deck, you won't be able to keep up with them, their mana dork, right? Their Llanowar Elves, because they get the acceleration. But Momo kind of does like a Llanowar Elf impression, where it lets you cast the Conqueror on turn 2. So even when you're on the draw, you can still have the ability to play a turn 2 Clarion when they have a whole bunch of mana right before they're about to play their big spell. And the rest of this deck is very similar to the Momo shell that we were working on when we were playing like Blue-White Ascension. So a lot of the stuff is the same: Boomerang Basic, Storm Chaser's Talent, paired with Nurturing Pixie, that sort of like bounce package. And then the nice thing about Pixie Boomerang Talent is it gives you a bunch of creatures to trigger Airbender Ascension. And then the Airbender Ascension's good because you want to play the Warp creatures, because the Warp creatures get discounted by Momo. So you have Ascension, which gets a bunch of counters. You have the Warp creatures, which get discounted by Momo. And then once you have 4 counters in the Ascension can now flicker your Warp creature. So you can Warp a Riddler. If you have 4 counters in the Ascension, flicker the Riddler, and then similar to Splash Portal, you now get to keep the Riddler in play. I am playing a couple of Furnaces because I did want some more stuff to pair with both Pixie and Boomerang, and it's not a fantastic card, but I wanted to splash red anyways, and I figured, we had a little bit of room. The reason I wanted to splash red is Frostcliff Siege. So I tried a blue-white version of this deck. That was decent, but I feel like it was missing a little bit of speed and a little bit of oomph. And, well, I mean, if your deck wants to play 8 copies of the Warp creatures anyways with Starfield Shepherd and Riddler, kind of makes a lot of sense to play Frostcliff Siege. And because your deck is going so wide with Pixies and Talents and Boomerangs and whatnot, you have a lot of creatures in play that all get +1/+0 and haste. So the Sieges are really, really nice in this deck. The big issue with Jeskai is, well, the mana base, because we only have 1 shock land. We're going to be getting Steam Vents and Hallowed Fountain in just a little bit in Lorwyn Eclipse, so looking forward to that for sure. In the meantime, we'll just have to make do with Multiversal Passage and Starting Town. The other card that I want to highlight and shout out in the sideboard here is Voice of Victory, which is really, really nice with Frostcliff Siege, and I kind of wanted to try and fit them into the main deck, but I just couldn't find the room to be able to add them. So they've been relegated to the sideboard for now, but you got, Rest in Peace Against Lessons, you got Sweepers, you got Annuls, you got Requisition Raids, so pretty, cards in the sideboard that you're probably used to in these sort of blue-white and Jeskai decks. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys this because I had a pretty good run with it on stream the other day, and again, I think that the key to sort of beating the green menace, because I think we can maybe all agree that green is maybe the best deck in the format right now. is finding the best Clarion Conqueror deck. And also, notably, trying to find a Clarion Conqueror deck that doesn't suck against Izzet. And I think this deck is doing that because you can race them and get under them with Boomerang Talent, and then they can kind of struggle with Riddler, and especially Riddler plus Siege. So, again, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Thank you all so much for watching the intro, and I will see you back here in just a little bit for the first match. The printing schedule for EOE got bumped for more Final Fantasy. Oh, good. That's why I can't find Belstratter's Resolves. Because stores literally don't have any. I see. Okay. This hand is really weird. Because... Okay, you're gonna think I'm crazy. I think I'm putting back a Flood Farm Verge. Because Verge Passage does not cast Siege. It's a little weird, but I think this is right. If I had a Hallowed Fountain, that would be fucking fantastic, but... Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, I see how it is. I really don't want to kill that, but I also don't want to play a Riddler. God, this is so difficult, man. Because the problem is if I kill the Pollinator, I don't have blue mana. So, yeah, this is really bad. It's okay, I'll draw land. Right, I'll draw land, I think. I'll probably draw land. Right, I'll definitely draw land. We'll draw land, right? It's definitely not going to be the fourth Verge. I'm going to tell you right now, if I draw the fourth Flood Farm Verge, I'm probably going to end stream. Just so you know, okay? Just so we're on the same page. Foil Breeding Pool is like $10. Ayo. Okay. Wait, they copied my Momo? Why'd they do that? That's fucked up. Man. I can't attack. Guess that's fair. I'll eventually cast my spells. Right? I guess that kills Weaver, so it's fine. Yeah, dude, Pixie should say any permanent so I can bounce my Multiversal Passage. Yo, Multiversal Passage, float red, cast Pixie, pick up Passage, play it on blue. Genius. Holy shit, dude. They're gaming? Absolutely gaming. I almost want to block. I'm not going to, but I almost want to. Well, this is not how we drew it up, but, you know, I mean, it works. Maybe I should have killed the Momo? Because now if they have a blue source, they can just play the Riddler. Yeah, maybe I should have killed the Momo. Does Boros control Pixie deck? Yeah, you would think, oh, that's good. That's definitely a card I can cast. Bro, can we just, like, can we fast forward to Lorman so I can play Hallowed Fountain? That is true. I would definitely Shepherd for a land here. Shepherd would be an insane draw here, actually. Oh my god. Oh, they got... Yeah, that's not how that works, buddy. That's not how that works. You've learned a very important lesson today.
Secret tunnel.
Look, man, I'll tell you right now, I've done that multiple times before. They paid 4 mana for a Pixie, by the way. It's a pricey Pixie. Problem is, I don't know what the hell to do now. I can go Siege into Riddler. Why doesn't it work? Because Mockingbird specifically says, with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana spent to cast this creature. It doesn't actually care about the value of X. It just cares about the total amount of mana spent to cast it. Yeah, I could also go Talent into Scam Riddler and not play the Siege this turn. If I go Siege Riddler and attack with everything, how much do I have? So assume Riddler blocks Riddler, right? Then I have... This is 9. Minus 2 is 7. They go to 2. No, I think that's better, actually. I think Siege Riddler is better. Right, so Riddler has to block Riddler. And then they have 2 toughness to put in front of 9 power. Which is, they go to 2, right? And they lose these 2. And I lose probably the Momo. And then I have 2 Pixies versus Riddler, which is still lethal next turn. I think I like that. I think I like that. Yo, Clarion with haste, huge. Yeah, I think it doesn't change the clock either way. Like if I go Riddler plus Talent and then scam the Riddler, maybe I still have lethal next turn anyways. Probably doesn't change much, right? What? I don't know about that one. I don't know if I would have done that. I feel like that was not the block. Something tells me that was not the correct block. True. Honestly, true. Honestly, true. All right, what's our plan against blue-green? Seam Rip, good. Fire. Chad, I would like you to please remove 4 cards from my deck. What do you say? What say you? I think I was trimming on Shepherd last night. I think I was trimming on Shepherd, because that's kind of slow. We could go 1 Ascension, maybe. And then... maybe cut the Mockingbird? Maybe a Talent could go against them. Are the Siege is good? I think so. You just want to be fast. Maybe I could go to like 2 Sieges, but if I decided on my Atlanta deck, yeah, I'm playing Simic. I am playing the Simic deck. So this is... I mean, this hand's good, I think. It's missing red, but it's turn 1 Momo, turn 2 Shep for planes, Pixie, pick up Shep. Turn 3 Riddler. It's close. This hand has everything except Clarion. They kept 7 as the problem. Maybe with them keeping 7, I have to mulligan this hand. And I just, like, have to mulligan to Clarion, you know? I don't know. It's too good, though. I want to try it. I guess the question you have to ask yourself with a hand like this is, like, does this hand beat their best draws when they keep 7, you know what I mean? Like, if they have Elf into Cub, does this hand have a chance? And I think the answer is no. Unless we draw Clarion, of course, but... Okay, well, that's not their best draw, so we're fine. This hand does beat that. This. Drawing a land here would be nice. Because I kind of want to go, like, Riddler into Ascension. Maybe even Shepherd into Ascension. I guess I could do that, right? Shepherd, get a land, and then Ascension the Shepherd. I know, right? Or if Shepherd just said basic land. Like, if I could fetch up a mountain with it. Huh. True. Yep. That's all I got. Jim started a standard testing stream talking about how open the meta is and standard is. Played the Simic deck and cast Hoof on turn 3 a few times and realized that maybe there was a problem. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, it looks pretty good until you play the Simic deck, and then you're like, wait, they just let you do that? They just let you do that, huh? Like, that's a thing that they let you do. It sure is. It sure is. Just Praise, draw third land. I mean, I should furnace that, right? Did. Dreamweaver. Can I, can I please have a land? Okay, not dead. Well, I mean... Hold. Maybe if we're playing Clarion Conqueror, we should play some number of Get Lost. Because the issue that I could see with this is, like, what happens when they just play a bunch of lands and cast a Roid? Clarion is not that great if they just cast a Roid, you know? Like, I don't even want to cast Clarion here. It doesn't do anything. I think I just want to play either Siege or, like, Ship, Plains, Pixie, pick up Ship. But I think I'd rather just cast Siege, honestly. Like, the Clarion just does nothing here. Yeah, I mean, this is fine, right? Because they have no board, so it's not that bad. So I go, what? Shep for Plains, Riddler, hit for 9? Does that make sense? Shep for Plains, Riddler. I could also go... I could just kill the Aeroboroid, right? Pixie, pick up Furnace. The thing is... Maybe that is good, right? Pixie, Furnace, hit for 3. Yeah, I guess that's fine, too. Yeah. I'm just worried about them casting Riddler next turn. Like, my hand doesn't really have a great answer to Riddler, you know? But if I let them have the Roid, I can't use the Furnace to kill Riddler because it'll just have 2 more toughness. Right? Shocked they didn't cast that. Well, that's good for me. So now we go Shep, Land, Riddler, hit for 12. They go to 1. And they're just dead to Clarion plus Boomerang next turn. God damn, Frostcliff Siege is a hell of a drug, man. That card is so good. And you guys wonder why I wanted to splash Frostclip Siege. Do you see now? Now do you see? They have what, 8 damage in play right now? Yeah, Siege is just so messed up. I mean, it's tough because you do kind of need that, like, extra turn, that one turn of reprieve to be able to tap out for it on turn 3, which, like, you don't always have against these decks. So it can be sketchy at times, but if you have that one turn window, it's like, it's so easy to kill them from there. Should you be playing some amount of Seam Ripper Unable to Scream? Well, on the draw, you just have Momo into Conqueror. That's the idea of the draw. Which is like, you don't always have that draw, but I think that's your best plan against them. Because, to be honest with you, sometimes one removal spell is not good enough. Like, I've won so many games with the Simic deck where, like, my opponent killed my first 2 creatures and it just didn't matter, you know? I don't know why I was shocked. Okay, well, didn't matter. I will play first. I mean, sure hope you're playing green. I think Apes of Wrath sounds like a green screen name to me. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of the problem with playing these Momo decks, is I don't think they're very good into Izzet, but I guess this helps a lot for sure. Bustin', 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 bustin'. Any gamblers? I'm gonna change the playlist, by the way. It's time for a playlist swap. It's definitely not Lady Gaga time. It's entirely possible I was supposed to just play Ascension first, but I mean, I think this is totally fine, right? Could have Iros, I guess, but Iros is kind of scary here. But I still get to keep the Pixie, which is fine. They also missed the land drop, so. Alright, what do we want against Lessons? Rip my ass? That was good. I might want Voice against them. Annul. I have way too many cards for this matchup, I think. Furnace, not great. Maybe I trim out Ascensions. Oh, Clarion's bad against them, right? Like 1 Ascension. Would you rather cut the rest of the Ascensions and play Voices? I think I would. Like, what is Ascension doing for us? It's okay if they have talent, but I feel like a lot of... I don't know if you guys have the same experience, but a lot of the lessons decks that I've seen have been cutting talent entirely. Storm Chasers, which I think is kind of weird, but yeah, they sometimes do Riddler post board to get around Rest in Peace, which Ascension is like fine-ish against, but it's like, is Ascension that good against Riddler? I'd rather just go wide. Because, like, you Ascension the Riddler, you get in some chip damage, but then they just play it again for 2 mana. Like, I don't think Ascension is good against their Riddlers. Yeah, it's good for our Riddlers for sure. Let's try it like this. Let's see how this goes. Right, yeah, the versions that, like, the Lessons decks that cut Storm Chasers talents are much more, they're much more focused on the control game plan. Like, they are basically pure control decks at that point. Cut Monument, Artist Talent, and play Immodanes. It doesn't make sense, right? Cut Monument, Artist Talent for Immodanes? Why would you do that? It sounds weird. Sand seems fine. I'm okay with this. Oh, I thought you meant Immodane's Recruiter. Okay, I was so confused for a second. Instant resources display control and target line seconds each opponent. Okay. Yeah, I read that as Immodane's Recruiter, and I was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense at all. What the hell? Why are they playing Immodane's Recruiter? What? Yeah, that makes a little more sense, but... What's the over-under on Blue-Green Cub still being good after ECL? I mean, I'd be shocked if it wasn't. I don't really know what it would take to power creep a deck like that out, but I feel like it would take a lot. You know what I mean? Like, looking at the cards in the set so far, I'm not impressed by a lot of them, I'll say that. It just takes so much for, like, it takes so much for a deck to be good against something like Cub. Because they just present so many different threats so fast. You know, it's like, it's just impossible to keep up with. Print Curse Totem. Does Curse Totem shut off mana abilities? If it does, I'm in. Gran will be hitting the drums. She's actually a professional drum player. I don't know if you know that. I'm more interested in Springleaf Drum with what's it called? Springleaf Drum and Pinnacle Emissary. That's what I'm interested in. I don't know what to do here. I'm gonna do it like this. And then I can double Shep next turn. Oh, no, because I'm bouncing Talent, right? I mean, this is still fine, right? In my head, I was going to bounce Shepherd, but bouncing Shepherd doesn't make sense. I just deal them 4 damage, right? Yeah, this is better, I think. So I have 1 Shep next turn. I think that's good. It's the best way to do it. 2 mana, 4/5, ETB, add 68 mana of any combination of colors. Why not 1 less? I know, right? Yeah. The Orzhov version was kind of mid. Blue-white looked okay, but now Frostcliff Siege just kind of like turbocharges everything. The Siege has been really good. I could lose this turn. I would actually say it's pretty likely that I lose this turn. Pray for me, chat. Pray for me! In your upkeep, I have effects. Noted. I mean, they have to find 3 kill spells, right? I have 3 lethal attackers. Okay, maybe I'm fine. It seems pretty hard for them to have 3 kill spells here, right? Because they only have 2 treasures. Sorry, 4 kill spells, because Shepherd can find a Pixie. Yeah, they need 4 kill spells here. I guess I'll go talent first. I've actually realized they can respond to the Pixie trigger and play Fire Magic here. Okay, well, they didn't, but... They could have responded to the Pixie trigger and Fire Magic these 2, but then they still have to have 2 more kill spells. And they only had 1 treasure left, so... And Omni doesn't have that much interaction. What are these hands, bruh? Alright, well. I guess I hope they're playing Simic. Do we like this, probably? Alright, come on, show me a forest. Show me a forest! Fuck. Oh, we're like dead. Well, I mean, they played a forest. That's not really, like, the forest deck that I wanted to see, but they played a forest, you know? Enduring Innocence. Yeah, I guess this. Killing it kind of sucks, but I just want to cycle my Furnace. Me a Riddler? It's not bad for next turn. Oh, okay. I mean, I can beat that. I think I can beat that. So... Shep for 1 mana. Pixie, bounce Shep, hit for 6, bounce their Roid. I don't even need to bounce the Roid. I've been 19, right? I can just save the basics for their flyer next turn if they have one. Yeah, I like that. Oop. All right, Sizzy Man, what you got for me? Song request from Sizzy Man. My Spotify is frozen. One sec. My Spotify just randomly does this sometimes. Shit just freezes. I ain't blocking. Oh, excellent request. You always hit me with the bangers. I will cast Starfield Shepherd. I will get a Nurturing Pixie. You've seen this before. I will attack you for 8 in the air. GG. Alright, so they're like Celestia counters, Terra Symbiosis, Roid, yada 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 yada. Okay. I mean, I guess Annul's like kind of nice, right? Seam Rip, Innocence, and Terra. Annul looks kind of cool. Seam Rip could be alright against Elf. I'm gonna keep my Clarions now that they showed me Elf, because they probably have Cub. If they have this plus elf, they have to have cub. But yeah, like rip a null is interesting. Maybe these. And then we were doing like one of these, two of these. Cut a boomerang. No, cut a talent, sorry. Dude, I don't know. All these cards are good. I don't want to cut any of them. How did I just sideboard against Simic? Because we just played against Simic. What did we cut? Do you remember? Oh, I didn't bring in a null. That's the difference. Maybe a null is too narrow. Yeah, I just won't bring in a null. I don't mean to alarm you, but if we win this match, we might be very, very close to the funny number. Very, very close. Okay. We're Jeskai Control now. Wait, streamer, I thought you said you would never play Jeskai Control on stream. What's going on here? I'm allowed to lie sometimes, you know? I don't always tell the truth. No! You played a 2-3! I can't beat a 2-3! Fucking hell. Alright, well. Guess I'll send it for now. 3 toughness, that's bullshit. You can't just play 3 toughness creatures, man. Clarion Conqueror. She conquering my Clarion. She conquering my dragon. No. Nah, probably not. I mean, maybe, but probably not. This song just makes me want to get up and do the 2-step. Anybody else just want to just, like, jump up and start 2-stepping? This kind of sucks. You hitting the gritty. You redeemed a song request, and the message is 3 mana go. I don't think that's the name of a song request. I don't know how to 2-step. Bet. I'm a professional 2-stepper. I don't know if you know this. Dude, what the hell do I do this turn? Chat, help. I don't know, man. I want to do this. Yeah, nothing else looks good. I'll do this. I just want to land, man. Just give me a damn land. At least they didn't make me use a map first. Bruh! Alright, you ready for this gamer move? Fuck! God damn it. Okay, what is this song request? Drewfish. Drewfish, you redeemed a song request and the message was 3 mana go. That's not the name of a song. I need a song, buddy. That ain't a land, by the way. Wait, why did they tap mana? Oh, they just used temple, okay. They have a fucking temple? God damn it, I'm dead. I'm just dead. Brother, I'm ill. Brother, I am ill. Alright, you win. I yield. What the hell happened that game? Wheel of Force, thank you for the follow. Let's do it again. Okay. Okay. It was an accident? Sure. Surely it was an accident. I don't believe you. It's untapped on. I was having issues with it yesterday. I think it's good today because I wasn't able to click on this yesterday, but I think it should be fine today. I think. Voice of victory. Are we pixieing or are we boomeranging? I think I'm pixieing. Because I want to get another flyer and play with the Momo. Deuce. Is there any thought to cut a boomerang basics for a land? Seems like you have plenty to pick up with fairy. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you have you have 4 nurturing pixie and you have the shepherds to find the pixies. So it is entirely possible that this deck should be playing 23 lands. I could buy that. But the counter argument is that boomerang basics also lets you cycle, so, you know. I mean, here I think I'm just going to go same thing, right? Just Furnace Pixie. Get more flyers into play, save the boomerang if they play a big flyer next turn or something. We almost have a 2-turn clock. I never want to see that card again for the rest of my life. I don't want to see it. I don't want to look at it. I'm already sick of it. I check my Twitter notifications, and there's the spam, the, promotional account, and it's big news, Elon Musk has officially launched X token. Cool, man. Word. Ask me if I care. Well. XDD token. Would Seamer on voice be viable? Yeah, but the thing is, again, I just wanted to put more flyers into play. The turn where I played the Pixies, I just wanted to play more flyers, you know? I could seam rip the elf, but I just don't even know if the elf matters. You know what I mean? I go to 8 here. I'm just gonna hold. Yeah, I'm gonna hold. Could bounce the elf, but we're big chillin'. Big chillin'. Yeah, at Grok, how much of a scam is that? I should just reply to the message and be like, at Grok, is this a scam? What do you think Grok would say? Oh, Roboroid. I mean, I'm gonna do this. They know I have it, so. She roaring the furnace till the sauna steams. She roaring my furnace till my sauna is steaming. What the fuck did they just cast? Oh. Well. In that case, I guess I'll kill your Linhor elves. Alright, new plan. They probably should have waited till I targeted, right? Why didn't they wait till I put the target on the stack? I would have got blown out. Maybe no one has the Twitch Grok username. They should. That's a hot commodity. With how much Grok gets tagged? Kidding me? If that account is not made, somebody should make it right now. Can we get a gifted sub to Grok? Distinction gifting a sub to Grok. You'll love to see it. Thank you for the gifty distinction. They're not dead, which is unfortunate. I actually don't think I'm supposed to bounce the Roid, because that just gives them a free card off the Innocence. So I think what I'm gonna do is just this, draw a card. Wait, I'm stupid! Okay, never mind. It worked out. No, I don't have another blue! I'm dumb. I could have just went... Oh, God. What I should have done was just go... Boomerang the Seam Rip, bounce the Ascension, play the Siege, hit them. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Or I could Seam Rip the Rip. Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm really, really dumb. I don't know if you know this. I had like 10 different lethal lines that turn, and I missed them all. You know, can't win them all. Good news is I'm not taking lethal this turn, so it's kind of fine, but... Bounce this... Rip the Rip. They could have a removal spell for Frostcliff Siege. But they would need 2 removal spells, right? Okay, yeah. See, it's fine. I knew that was going to happen. We're so close! We're so close! I saw these guys live when I saw... They opened for Atreyu. Or... Yeah, they opened for Atreyu. They were not nearly as good as the last time I remember seeing them. They're still alright, but... Any Clarions? It's not quite a Clarion. Hold! This song does fucking whip, though. This song goes hard. F. F, 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 F. I don't know what to do this turn. I could go Shep Pixie. I could... I almost want to Ascension here. Is that crazy? Because I want to get the Ascension online before I start doing Shep loops. Yeah, I'm going to Ascension this. It also cuts them off of casting Roid this turn. And it's, like, better if they have Cub, you know? Okay. I guess... This is tricky. Okay, I have a line. It's a weird line, but I'm gonna do this. I don't know if the elf does that much, but, like, I don't want to bounce anything with Pixie, because I want to keep this on 3. Second Momo doesn't do anything. Like, nothing else does anything, you know? I would not play the Canal. Well, I just wanted to copy the elf. But, I mean, I guess, again, the elf doesn't really do that much for me is the problem, you know? So maybe just not playing the Mockingbird was right, and just play Foundry. But, like, what am I getting, right? I don't want to bounce the Ascension. Because I want to keep the Ascension in play for next turn so that I can flicker the Shepherd. Okay. It's interesting. Let's go. Shep for sure. Wish I had, like, something else to get here, you know? Like a second Mockingbird or something. I mean, I'll just get more pixies, I guess. And then I can go... Pixie Bounce Shep. Pixie Bounce Shep, replay Shep, get a Pixie. Perfectly fine if they want to trade. I think this is the best I can do this turn. Maybe I could have done something a little bit better, but... Skip lanes. Feels like a more complicated Squadron Hawk. Yeah, it is. It does kind of give, like, some Squadron Hawk vibes, you know? Yeah, mobilize headliner. That would be kind of cool. Just, like, one headliner to be able to tutor it up as a kill spell. Could also have, like, the farm animals, maybe. The farm animals could be somewhat nice. We've used the elf in there. Yeah, I think I got auto-tapped to play the second Pixie. And I think if I... Well, no, it wouldn't have mattered, right? Because I only had 3 white sources, which was first Shep, Pixie, second Shep. So I could have used the elf instead of the Spire Bluff and had this untapped to play the Boomerang basics to bounce the Weaver. But I couldn't have cast another white spell because I only had 3 white sources. You're gone, I can finally breathe again. Alright, so the plan in this matchup is Seam Rip and Sweepers. And we went Shep, Ascension, Talent. That's what I did the last time, and I think it felt right, so let's do that again. What card am I most hyped for so far? To be honest with you, probably Seer. Seer and the new Fatal Bush. I want good removal, man, you know? I just want playable removal. Just know that you won't be missed. Another band I really want to go see live again. Good deck. Look, man, you don't nice me, you know? Like, what do you want me to say? Reoccurring thing going on when I'm looking at Lorwyn spoilers, where I look at the top right and I see that the number adds up to 4, and I'm like, okay, next. Like, I'm not even looking at the 4 mana cards. They just don't exist to me, you know? Because I just don't think that's what the format's about. And I hate that, but... Drawing both planes is kind of sketch with Shepherd, but... I kind of hate these Spire Bluffs, by the way, with how many white cards we have, but, I mean, you need some cards that cast Frostcliff Siege. Yeah, but, like, the 4 mana cards that are playable in Standard are the ones that literally win the game on the spot, you know? There's a big difference between a Roboroid and fucking, you know, the Boros 4 mana 4/4 that, like, cares about life gain. That card's cool as hell, but it's not even remotely playable, you know? Kind of wish I had something to do with this Pixie, but... Squelcher would be fun in Cube. Is that the 2-mana 2/2 that like gives all your stuff ward pay 2 life or whatever? People were excited about that card, but I don't get it. I don't think it's very good. I guess I can Pixie my Riddler. Sure. It's kind of weird, but it's a lot more damage. Gives me something to do with these pixies. Alright, you're a 9? Good turn. Good turn. Yeah, it makes everything uncounterable too, which is nice. I mean, this is going well. Look, as bad as Clarion is against this blue-red deck, like, sometimes just having a 3/3 flyer is nice. Now, I don't know how we're beating this Riddler. Don't ask me that. Do I just cast my own Riddler? How big can I get Momo this turn? Shep, Pixie, replay Shep, and then Pixie again, right? Shep, Pixie, Shep, Pixie. So that's 4. It'd be a 5/5. If they block Clarion, they take 7 and go to 2. That's kind of bad. Lesson count? I think they have 3? They have 4. No, I know the second Shep isn't discounted, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, which I have 5 mana. I can't do that. I just don't know if that's good. I kind of want to just cast this Riddler, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, that'll be good for next turn. I mean, we're not going to die this turn, you know? Oh. Wait, what? What? I thought only I was allowed to play that card. Okay, bro is cooking over there. God damn. Bro is cooking. Holy shit. Okay, I think I can do everything here. Right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. So Ascension. Exile a Riddler. Ship for 1 mana. Get Pixie. Pixie, pick up Ascension. Ascension the other Riddler. And then they die. Right, because they have 1 blocker. Block a 4 and take 8. Yeah. Yeah, the mirror match, what the hell? But they have lessons? What in tarnation? I was with you. Boomerang basics, abandon attachments, boomerang, accumulate wisdom, quantum Riddler. I was with you all the way there, and then this Momo just jumped out of nowhere. Was like, hey guys, I'm here. Well, I don't know what to do against that. I mean, I need Graveyard Hate for the lessons, but I don't want cheap kill spells for their Momos, right? Like, that just seems kind of weird. Yeah, I guess just treat it like lessons, right? Like rest in peace. Maybe not annul, because they probably cut the talents and the monuments if they added the, the Momos and stuff. So like this stuff is probably not as good against that version. I could have some number of cheap kill spells in my deck for Momo, but I think I'd rather have the Furnaces than any of this stuff. Because Furnace at least can maybe kill a Riddler. Let me try that. I mean, you guys know the hands with Momo look better than the hands without Momo, so. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. All right, Momo, be cool, okay? Be cool, be cool, be cool. Be cool, buddy. We can talk about this. What if Momo was just Llanowar elves? Kind of feels like it is, doesn't it? It's just the white Llanowar elves. Does kind of give that vibe. Yeah, I mean, I want to cast it, but I don't know if it's actually good. Because the problem is their backup plan of Momo plus Riddler very easily beats this. Yeah, they even have Siege too. So they're just playing our deck, but they have lessons. I'm very curious how many lessons they have. Like, and I also want to know what they cut. It seems hard to make room for that many lessons. Oh, okay, they're doing some whack shit. They just put together like 5 decks. I respect it. Yeah, this is not looking good. I'm just dead. Just dead to the siege. I mean, if they have Frostcliff Siege too, I almost don't even want these rest in pieces. Which seems weird, but like, what do I want, though, is the thing. Maybe I need Raid to be able to kill the Siege. Because Siege does seem like a really big problem. Put the Shep back in. I kind of like it, honestly. I don't like this hand. I guess this one's okay. It's not great, but... yeah, this is when they board into Monument. Turns out, all along... I could run out the Ascension here just to start getting counters on it. Not opposed to that, honestly. I don't hate that. Let's just use all of our mana this turn and play Clarion. Shepherd Pixie is appealing, but if they have a kill spell up, I don't really want to go for Shepherd plus Pixie. It's the quenchiest. Any quenchers? Uh-oh. It's really unfair when they draw their siege and I don't draw mine. You know what I mean? Be gentle. Please be gentle. Okay. Beatable. Less beatable. Oh, you're probably right, actually. I should have grabbed the Momo. Yeah. Because I already had a Pixie in hand. It's a good call. Yeah. And then I can lead Momo next turn, Momo into Shepherd. That would have been a lot better, because it would have saved me mana. Actually, I kind of fucked myself, didn't I? Because now I can't do everything. Yeah, no, I definitely fucked myself. Because I have to do this to kill the duelist first. I mean, I guess this is fine, right? I can just go Shepherd, get Momo, play the Momo, and then Ascension Flicker the Shepherd. So this kind of works out. And then I get Mockingbird, because that could be anything. This is good if they play a Riddler. Yeah, this is good. It would have been better if I had played the Momo last turn, because I wouldn't have had to shock. If I had searched for Momo, I could just go Furnace, Momo, Shepherd, get the bird, play tap land, stay at 10. That would have been a lot better. You know, I was really hoping they wouldn't have that. I was really hoping they wouldn't have that. Yeah. Alright, I'm dead. Alright. Well, the good news is that we are, I think we're what, like 5 or 6-1?